Hello everybody, Sifd here again with another Soulstone Survivors run, and today I will be playing the Barbarian with his Tribal Wars Axis weapon, and we are going to do one of the most crazy runs that exist in this game. First of all, the Barbarian gets a bunch of good stats and also a bunch of good stats with the weapon. That doesn't matter. The main thing that matters is that this weapon bleeds on attack. Though the runes, we're gonna go with all my crit becomes crit damage for damage, 40% more damage but 20% less area, because, you know, more damage is better and also less area is also pretty good for the PC. We do 5% extra damage for each different type of current active skills we have, which is a baseline 20% plus some more damage. And then I also go with you get 6 random thrust skills into the pool of skills you might find. Now you might say, why are you doing this, Sifd? This character can actually get thrust skills anyway. There is no reason to do that. Well, there is, because specifically I want to be able to get the Assassin's Rupture skill that he normally doesn't have access to, but I have already tested and know that this rune gives you access to skills from other characters, so this definitely fits the build. I'm gonna go to the Case of the Zong because honestly this is the area I need to go to level 6 at so that we unlock the best rune in the game. I did not realize that's a fact, and I just was going through the others because I tried to unlock characters, as those things give you characters, and now we're gonna go into this. I know it's a bit of a lower difficulty here, but does that really matter? I don't think it really matters. The build is the same regardless. We're gonna go, of course, in the corner here in a moment because corner strats, you know, just so we enter endless. Do I want to do that? Honestly, I know a lot of people don't enjoy the corner strat. It's a bit repetitive and whatnot. And also ugly, I guess. But the thing is that... Isn't this game in general repetitive? If it's like, oh no, I don't want you to see the corner, but the start is always the same anyway, so... What can I say? Well, for now, we're just gonna stick here. At the end of the day, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't even need the corner strat. Let's level up. Damage of double slash, 45%, or 25% on crits. With damage on my slash. As far as I know, slash is going to be from the beginning until the end one of the better skills that we're gonna have here anyway. And as far as I know, it also applies the bleed. Like the damage modifier 45% also increase the bleed that it does, so that alone is also good. Let's continue destroying opponents. Now in general, the plan is very simple. We will get everything that applies bleed as a skill, and then we're gonna have infinite attack speed. That's it. None of these apply bleed. I mean, Shockwave does, but Shockwave is gonna crash. Maybe see. Let's roll these. Subdue. This is literally one of the 3 main skills. 4 main skills. We want to have 4 specifically main skills. Subdue is one of them. A powerful strike in the direction you are aiming at, dealing 60 damage and extra damage based on how much bleed and fragility, how much bleed the opponent has. And of course, this is going to be a bleed build, so we're going to be applying millions upon millions of bleed. The second ability we want here in the middle is the fling, thrust, whatever, you know, the thing that throws just a million dagger swords out. That's the second thing we want. I guess the third skill, if we count everything together. I'm gonna say let's go with fragility. I'm not sure what we're gonna banish. Most of the time I banish defenses, but a lot of people have been telling me that, bro, defenses are very powerful, and I should just keep them in. And honestly, I have seen it from my immortality run. The defenses are actually very powerful, and I should just keep them in and try to get them whenever they appear as blue or yellowish. Like, for example, these are very mediocre choices. I could go for this, but I'm gonna just keep them here. I don't know what to... You know what? Forget it. I'm not gonna do defense at all. Forget it. We're gonna go only attack, 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 attack. Forget defenses completely. I'm gonna stick to what we do most of the time. And here we are. We found Flurry. This is literally the third skill we want. I'm finding the skills in order, it seems. Quickly throw daggers at the direction you're aiming at, hitting it 20 times. And every single stack, every single time of my attack, it applies bleed. So that's pretty much 20 stacks of bleed. If not more, let's go crit chance here. If not more, when... It multicasts, right? So it can multicast and just amplify how it works. I'm gonna go with cooldown on this one. In general, I think cooldown is important, especially with what I'm trying to do. I will go for a buff build. Now, as I said, we are missing literally 2 skills. Wow, we found Eviscerate. It also applies bleed. This also applies bleed. You strike enemies in front of you, dealing 100 damage and applying bleed if they are facing you. Otherwise, if you hit them from the back, it just consumes all the bleeds and hemorrhages and pretty much one-shots them. Like, if an opponent has 500 bleed stacks times 62, he's dead. Or the throw axe is the other choice, which is hemorrhage. I think I'm gonna go with throw axe, and the reason is, the idea is we're gonna be attacking extremely fast, so having those thrown axes just throw out all the time and hit a million things is better than this, although this also has a very good cooldown. I don't know what to go with. Let's actually go with this, as it even makes more sense in the whole idea of the bleed build, especially when I go for the backstab. And now I'm just missing the buff and Eviscerate, pretty much. Not Eviscerate, Rupture, or whatever the other thing is called. So now I just want Rupture and the buff. And then the build is ready. Cast frequency for double slash. Honestly, that's not needed. Let's go with area, 10% on everything. That's pretty decent. I don't think we're gonna survive for long enough for this area to be an issue at some point. In general, the idea is that we're gonna be the most fastest attacking fast run in the game. We're gonna have the highest attack speed you will ever see. Let's go with apply burn on opponents. We do want to have a bunch of debuffs, by the way, as this build is attacking so often that applying debuffs on opponent is literally it's literally the way that this thing does damage. None of these we roll. None of these we roll. Through the throw, honestly, I can take the throw axe, but no, I want the thing I said. Backstab also useless. All of these are useless. I'm sad. Let's take the Death Vortex. I don't know. We're a bit sad here. We didn't get exactly what we wanted. It's a bit early to throw away all of those skills. Let's go with crit chance. I don't need cast frequency on anything. I just need to find my weapons and skills. Maybe I should have gotten with a throw axe. Honestly, no. I think this is the play here. Eviscerate and the rest. Throw an axe is good in general DPS wise, but I think it's gonna just lag the PC a bit too much. And I should also start throwing banishes on those defensive upgrades. That I will definitely not take anyway. Okay, the game lagged there for a second. Hey boss, let's see how you're gonna do. And did you see how it instantly died at some point? Yeah, that was Eviscerate. That's how Eviscerate works. And let's get Intimidating Shout. Might as well. It's a thrust. Might as well get a thrust debuff that will make it so that we won't get random upgrades for random skills I'm not actually using. Level up. None of these, to be honest. Let's go with 5% more area, I guess. In general, we need to fix our area. The main issue with this build most of the time is that you don't cover enough room. Let's go with 8 chance to block. I also should, of course, go into a lot of defensive if I can, with defensive builds and whatnot. Now, passives we definitely want to find. Come on, man. I think it's gonna take a while until the build takes off. Let's go with apply slow. I mean, all of those choices were mediocre anyway, so might as well go for this. I still have not banished the defensive things because I'm just believing that we're gonna find some blue version of them. Let's go movement speed, I would say. Imagine going for area on a skill I hate. Let's continue. The whirlwind there, doing nothing. Level up. Let's go with fragility application, especially with how fast we're gonna be attacking at the end of the day. Which is going to be pretty fast, pretty fast. Can I please get a... We found Set of Blood. This is the build around. This is the one skill that we're building everything around. Increase cast frequency modifier by an additional 10% and an extra 1% for each stag of bleed or hemorrhage on nearby enemies for 10 seconds. The extra cast frequency modifier cannot exceed 200%. Well, it says it cannot exceed 200%, which is true. But the thing is that when you get more potency on this buff, it increases that 200% amount. So I can easily get very, very crazy and stupid amounts. If I increase this potency for, let's say, 100%, then that cap gets up to 400%. So as you understand, the difference is pretty huge and pretty sizable. Now I also need, of course, to invest a bunch into a cooldown reduction in general, because we want this to be a permanent buff, right? So right now it's not a permanent buff, so we need to maybe get a, what is this? Area of effect on lasting. You know what? I'm gonna say this is only for the flurry, to be honest. Damage on swing. Yeah, we're gonna go with damage on swing. And this is a swing attack, so it really fits. And it already got, as you see, now it's actually giving us 13 baseline, plus 1 is the same, and then 260 is the cap. Let's go experience. So it already increased its cap by 60%. First it is a crit. This is bad. I'm not gonna take it. There is no reason to take it. That's a almost useless skill. I just want to get on a level up the... No, not backstab. 24 defense or 20 area. This armor is really good. But I'm gonna go with the area. Because we are damage. We are attack. We are always attack. And let's continue leveling up. I'm gonna say let's take the poison. Although I should also start investing. Man, you know what? Yesterday's run, not yesterday's run, yesterday for me, but for you guys it was like 3 days ago. The infinite run I did really made me understand that stacking a bunch of attack frequency is really good. In general, just trying to get as much attack frequency as possible. Can I please get the thing I want? Area on empowering, useless, of course. Let's go crit chance, crit damage actually. Can I get rupture? I think rupture is the best skill to stack multiple times on opponents if you do crazy attack speed builds. I think. I might be wrong. Let's get the crazy defense this time, actually. Destroy everything around us. Scent of Blood just activated. Now my question is, does area of the Scent of Blood make it so that the around effect counts from further away? Level up. Throw axes. And Arcane Assault, by the way. I guess throw axes. Actually, yeah, I mean, throw axe is definitely better than the stupid intimidating shout. So we're gonna take this and throw away the stupid shout. And now we just hope that at some point I'm gonna get it, while trying to avoid leveling up. I guess eviscerate has to go. Like, at some point I should have taken the axes and not eviscerate. No, 24 armor, yeah, definitely. What's my armor at this point? 33% is damage taken. That alone is gonna bring us up to endless 5, I think. With the attack speed we're gonna be having. Level up. Damage on this, we definitely take the knife throwing. That's a very good ability. Still destroying opponents around us very normally and smoothly. Okay, let's see eliminate Xieroeh, the Eternal Guardian. Is this the snake lady? Area on frontal. We're gonna take this. Yeah, area on frontal definitely a yes. See this, but no, 40% area is really good. No, it's actually the stone golem. Oh, you're doing the laser move? Okay, bye-bye. Whoa, do you see eviscerate? Wait a minute. Does this not say consume? Stack in the target, removing those effects in the process, you're behind the back. Yeah, so I thought it was gonna consume them. Let's go with crit damage. Level up. Cast frequency on the subdue. Might as well, this is a very good skill anyway. Maybe subdue did the big damage hit. Blade Storm. I mean, the three things that give you based on something else. Oh no, that's not... The 3 yellow things. Big defense. No, I'm gonna go with... Oh, frequency. No, we're gonna go with defense. I'm gonna fix my frequency anyway. Yeah, it just needs to become a 10-second cooldown, 10-second duration. Or just, if it gets increased duration, it's gonna be really easy to fix anyway. Destroy everything around us, level up. 2 flat defense, why not? I think the time has come to banish armor if I find it again. Straight up, just if I find banish... yeah, I got like 2 armor upgrades, exactly how much I needed. I don't need more. I'm gonna go with the defense build, attack build anyway. So I think the time has come to throw away the armor. As an upgrade, if I find it again, that is. Yeah, how much armor do I have? 38%, yeah, that's okay. I think we're good at 38. You can do infinites if you just stack armor and block, by the way. I think the cap on block is like 90%, so 90% of the hits you don't take, and the same with armor. So it's as if you only take 1% damage, if you think about it. Like, it's 90% to take 0, and then those 10% of attacks that go through, they get reduced by 90%. So it's as if only one of those 10 hit you. So you can become extremely tanky by doing that. Let's go crit chance. Although there was a subdue damage. Yeah, subdue is one of the better skills because it does damage based on stacks. So I think I should invest into that for sure. This build is also done, by the way. Like, this is the build. We have the build. The only changes I could do is maybe throw away Eviscerate, for either the damage buff I want to get anyway, or not the damage buff, cast frequency bloodlust, yes. I either want Rupture, which makes opponents get, you know, hit for more crit damage and crit chance, which is really good in my opinion, and it also does a lot of damage as a baseline. Like, Rupture is one of those good skills. Or I would like to get the movement speed buff. What is it called? The Bloodlust buff. If I could get Bloodlust, that would also be good, of course, because Bloodlust gives us frequency, and it would combo with Scent of Blood. Frontal attacks get area. Yeah, I'm gonna say yes. 10% area and everything. 40% area on those. No, I go 40% area on those. Frontal attacks. And the only thing that's on frontal, of course, is the subdue, but whatever. I don't know. Do I want to throw Eviscerate or the Sword? None of these. Multicast 12%. I think that's definitely a yes. And yeah, let's continue. Here we go, Columnmeth. How are you doing, Columnmeth? You up? Yeah, it's oh yeah, it's definitely Eviscerate that's doing the assassination, and Subdue that's doing the assassinations here. At least right now. Come on, let's get the magnet. The magnet did nothing. Level up. I'm not gonna level up Eviscerate specifically. I don't think that's a good idea, in my opinion. Still not sure about throwing away the axe or Eviscerate. On the one hand, the thing is that Eviscerate is definitely more DPS heavy, right? The axe does 155, while Eviscerate does... Actually, no, the axe is more DPS heavy. And also, I throw it away and it comes back. I think the axe is the play for damage. I think keeping the axe is the play and throwing away Eviscerate. I know that at some point in the run I was like, I don't want the axe, and I rerolled it away, and then I lost all my rerolls because of that. You know, I'm allowed to change opinions, man. I'm allowed to change opinions. And it's not like there is a perfect build on this. Before I started the run, my mind was this here was going to be the rupture. This here was rupture, and this here was going to be bloodlust. So as you understand, we were very far away from that. Oh, shockwave totems. Another thing I didn't think about. Like I can set these up, and they will also apply a bunch of hemorrhage to opponents, and that's what I want, right? I just want to apply a bunch of debuffs. I don't want really anything else. So as long as I'm applying debuffs, I'm good. I don't think I want that though. I do prefer the way I'm playing this. This is definitely banished material. I don't want life. Let's go 10% crit chance. Let's continue with that idea. Let's continue destroying opponents too. Honestly, I don't know. Can I please get rupture? That's what I want. I just want rupture. And theoretically, he should have rupture be part of this pool, because he is already a thrust build, so that +6 thrust weapons in the build should just be all the thrust abilities of the assassin. So I might be wrong about this, of course, but still, he already has access to all the thrust abilities anyway. Oh wait, I just found an arcane thrust. I have found these two abilities, which are, this is definitely from the thief, and the backstab that I found is also from the thief. There, multicast. There is a chance that the ability I want is not part of this. There is a chance. There is a chance. Why does that just add 6 thrust abilities, by the way? Why doesn't it just become your character, the rune, by the way? Why does the rune, why isn't the rune just your character can find all the thrust skills of the game? That's it. The end. Why just add 6? I don't get it. If anything, it just makes it so that, you know, you do a run and then you see that it's not coming, and then you're like, maybe... You see? Yeah, I don't have access to the thrust ability I want. I'm finding thrust abilities here that don't really fit the build. It is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. At the end of the day, it doesn't even matter that I don't have that thing. Because, yeah, okay, it was gonna be awesome, and it was exactly what I wanted it to be, but the thing is that, does it even matter? At the end of the day, level up, bleed applies poison, yes, that's definitely fits. It doesn't matter because it's not that it's actually part of the build. Like, it doesn't apply bleed. It just does a bunch of damage and applies disorient, or you know, it just makes opponents get more crit damaged. So, yeah, we may be wasting the rune slot here because we didn't get specifically the weapon we wanted. But at the end of the day, does it really matter? I don't think it does. And at the end of the day, all of my skills are bleed applications anyway. Like, by taking that thing that I want to take, I will apply less bleed on average. So I think it might be even for the better. Do not take that. Let's go away around. And at the end of the day, let's still remember that Eviscerate is also a bleed skill that this character normally doesn't have access to. So, you know, the minimum thing that we got value out of is that at least we got Eviscerate, which is another bleed skill, which normally we would not be able to get. And yeah, that's it pretty much. I don't think we need to get more out of this. So let's just continue. Now my attack speed is still not becoming extremely crazy. Let's reroll these. Area effect on area attacks. I mean, yeah, might as well. Assuming that it makes this thing pick up attack speed from further out. Right? Assuming. Continue. We also want that crits bleed. That would be really helpful too. Continue bleeding everything around us. With our crazy attack speed, 0.6 attack on that. Especially on boss fights, man. I want to see this buff getting got at boss fights. That's what I care about. And I also definitely need to increase my attack speed for sure. My baseline attack speed. So we can have a permanent buff on the bleed thing. Because right now it definitely is not permanent. Level up. Here we go. Multicast thrust abilities. Whatever. I say here we go, but we only have 2 thrust abilities. And here's the boss. Hey boss. Oh, you're doing a spin to win. I see. I'm not gonna go in there. I'm waiting for you to finish. Or I guess not. Well, he's toast. And that's it for this one. Let's go into Infinite. Nice. And let's hope for the best. Let's hope for the best. Let's hope this build is gonna happen. I mean, I think it is gonna happen. To the shield. I don't know what that shield is. Level up. I'm gonna say cast frequency and subdue. I don't know, this music is very melancholy. Actually not melancholy. That sounds a bit saddish. Wink, 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 wink. The crits all over the place. Love it, love it. Crits only. How much crit chance? 60%. Very nice. You should be getting 60% your crits bleed. And also, of course, the other thing we could very much help us and would be busted is that your crits, here we go, potency. Let's go, 320 attack speed is the maximum we can get from that. Your crits, not your crits, yeah, your crits apply weakness, the thing that makes opponents get double the debuffs. And then we're gonna be applying bleed at double the pace. And you know that's the play here, mainly. Continue destroying everything, hoping to get more and more bleed application level up. None of these, to be honest. I guess XP gain. We definitely need to get some levels. I could have banished the block, but I still wait for the blue block choice. So I can make my block a bit more tanky. I want to get like a 20-30% chance to block, why not? Already got 3% less damage taken. As I said, those two things are multiplicative with each other. Like if you have 3D block and 3D armor, it's a lot better than having 50 armor. Or 60 armor, I think. I think it's better, right? I don't know, somebody can do the math if they want. But I think 50% block and 50%, not 50, 20% block and 20% armor is better than 40% either block or armor. I might be wrong about those. I think I just got the crazy attack speed. Here we go, boom, boom, boom. I'm trying to make Eviscerate remove the debuffs. You look at how much attack speed we have. Do you see what's happening? Yeah, look at my skills. We're going off every time, and now it's done. The attack speed's gone down again. Yeah, slow plus for legendary multicast on physical. Legendary multicast on physical. Let's go. Let's go. We got what we wanted. We got the best item. Let's go with apply Doom, I guess, as I don't have it yet. The plan in general, as I said, is to get a bit of... Make that buff permanent. Make that buff permanent. My plan. First of all, it's a boss buff, by the way. This thing here is going to become more powerful the more bosses we fight. Because we need to have 1,000,000 bosses on the stage to be able to apply bleed on them. And then while they are bled, we need to be close to them and get the buff out of it. Like, otherwise this doesn't really work. Level up. Nope, we roll these. I'm gonna not even care about this, and we're gonna go with XP gain. Yeah, okay, Frost applies Burn, whatever. Or Burn applies Frost, and then Frost applies Fragility, I guess is the play there. I got stunned? From what? There are stuns in this game? Okay. Let's continue destroying opponents. Slash, 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 slash. Destroy the opposition. Level up. Let's go with cast frequency on this. Actually, let's go with 5% damage and everything. That includes bleeds, that includes attacks, that includes literally everything. I have to say, I'm very sad that we didn't find the thrust thing I wanted. But it's also okay. Like, on the one hand, I am sad, on the other hand, it doesn't really matter. It does reduce, it definitely reduces how much damage we could have been doing. Just so you guys know, it definitely is better with that thing. If you do the same run here, if you're going to copy me, I would suggest you just do the run with that skill in mind. Destroy opponents here. I think I just got the buff. I'm gonna go frequency on everything. Yes, I know I have a bunch of frequency anyway, but we want to make this permanent. Level up. Potency on the bleed gain. Is this ever gonna get 2%? I want to see, like, if actually when the potency becomes exactly 100%, then we're gonna know. Like, when the cannot exceed 380 becomes 400 plus, which at that point we will know that it has a guaranteed 100% potency. I mean, you can literally read the potency right there. Like, it says 90% area effect, and 90% potency, lethal 10%, multicast and everything, potency on Scent of Blood. I'm gonna go with potency of Scent of Blood 45%. Nope, it still only gets 1%, so that thing is not getting more potent. So that means the more we increase that, the more bleed we need to apply on opponents for the buff to be actually valuable, right? Because we now need to apply 470 stacks of bleed on opponents. For that, yes, let's go. What is this cooldown? 14-second cooldown, very nice. And also everything else has a cooldown too, right? Like, it's not only that we buff the skill we want. And you know what? Now that I'm seeing this, I love the axes. I love throwing out the axes. It looks awesome. I'm gonna say let's go with damage, crit chance. So I love how the axes just throw out and go back. It's nice to me. Not that they attack pretty fast, but maybe they will at some point level up. We roll these. Fragility of Lights bleeds, or multi-cast. No, we're gonna go for Fragility of Lights bleed. Let's go. That guy's toast. What's my attack speed at? Look at my attack speed. And we just lost the attack speed because no opponent's close. No! Get this guy. How many stacks of bleed do you have? 200. 130. Wait, what? I guess eviscerate. I guess eviscerate removed him. Cast frequency. Now let's go with fragility application. I don't need cast frequency on the other skills. I need cast frequency on this. The other don't need cast frequency. Roll. Let's see what we get. Why did I say reroll? Sometimes I'm just random words, man. Random words come out of my mouth. Like reroll out of the blue. Slash, 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 slash. Blop. Yeah, damage on the area, of course. Damage on the rain. Bye bye, you guys. Bye bye, you guys. Slash, slash, slash. I enjoy throwing out these axes, although I think they don't apply fast enough. But that's just a thought. Let's go, yeah, 20% frequency and everything. Like, I think that these axes don't throw out fast enough. But the thing is that if it has infinite cooldown, why wouldn't they? Like, why wouldn't this just be a torrent of axes getting thrown out if I have infinite attack speed? Like, look at, yeah, look at this. It is actually torrent of axes. Do you see this? We're just throwing axe after axe after axe after axe after axe. Yep, it's actually torrent of axes. I'm gonna see at the end if the axes are worth it. Like at the very end, when we see the damage numbers, that's how you understand if a skill is good or not. Level up. I'm gonna say let's get a bit of movement speed, to be honest. We need to fix that too. Slash. I'm ready for the second boss fight. 100 points away. Hit the healing gem, why not? Whoop. Destroy everything. We fly! And we're back. Hit those guys. Level up. Okay, 36% crit damage, of course. We are a crit build after all. And that was a blue upgrade. We take any blue upgrade we find anyway. Like, the only way I'm not gonna get the blue upgrade is if there is some other type of upgrade around there that is also blue or is very much preferable. Otherwise, it's like blue upgrade all the way. Level up. Let's see what we can get. Crit chance. What's my crit chance on? 70? Yeah, let's bring that up to 80. Bleed, 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 bleed. 200 stacks, and we're gonna get the attack speed now. We got it. We got the attack. Look at our skills. Just look at our skills. Just look at them. Like, look how they go. This is what it's going to be looking like at the end. When we get to a point where there will always be bosses around, and when this thing gets more cooldown. And honestly, I would like to get duration on it. Can I get a 45% duration on a buff effect on it right now? Level up? Nope. 50% attack speed though. Yes. How much does this have now? 12 seconds. Wow. Without getting the classic upgrade of duration is increased, we're closing into getting that permanent. And that's in order is gonna make our attacks permanent. So I love it, I love it. Level up. Damage on Subdue, of course. Subdue is one of our highest DPS skills as far as I'm concerned, as it uses the stacks on opponents. 27 damage. Man, imagine somebody having 1,000 stacks of bleed, and then this thing comes along and is like, okay, 1,000 times 67. You're dead. Because that is also gonna get multiplied through a bunch of other things, right? I'm gonna crit. The crit does triple damage, so that's even more damage on top of everything else. Crits actually do more than triple damage. And then there's another thing that counts in then. The fact that opponents might have fragility on them. I'm gonna say 30%. I see this, but I'm gonna go with damage. But I saw it. Don't get me wrong. I saw a thing that was there. This was one of those cases where there was a very good chance I was gonna get the attack speed instead of the crit damage. Let's continue string opponents. Up, avoid. We got the attack speed thing going. Hey, Alexi. Alexi the Slayer. Hey, Mrs. Laser Gun. Get backstab and die. It really feels like backstab is not removing the bleeds. And if that's the case, then perfect. Not backstab, eviscerate. Yeah, it really feels like eviscerate is not removing the bleeds on opponents. Area of effect on thrust. Damage on... Yeah, we're gonna go with this. Because it also gives this thing more potency. So we're gonna go with damage on swing. It's also the subdue anyway, so... Subdue also applies a bunch of fragility, so that's also good. In general, everything really fits here, really fits. Hey, 8 block chance, now we're gonna focus on damage. I'm still keeping the block in for that rare blue block that we're waiting for. But we know for a fact that when we get the blue block, we're also gonna get at the same time something like all physical attacks 15% more damage. something along those lines. Let's see. Level up. One of these backstabs here again. Okay, whatever. Level ups. Whatever. Doesn't matter. In case you have not realized or don't know, by the way, the deeper we go into Endless, the faster the bosses will be spawning. So that's also a good thing, of course. Destroy everything. Yeah, bye-bye. Also, let's not forget I'm trying to throw away like a bunch of axes at the same time. Throw away, I mean throw out. Level up. Woohoo, 5% attack speed, let's go. Is at 12 seconds. It's happening, man, it's happening. Everything's gonna be just the craziest thing around. Destroy them. I would prefer if you could get duration on it, because I think it's a bit more important to be able to maintain a good duration buff. Hey, look, a bunch of bosses. Debuff, 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 bleed, bleed, bleed. Yeah, that guy has 300 stacks of bleeding, and we just got him. Look at us. Look at that. Duration, nice. And that is permanent now. By the way, what's our attack speed? 677%. Nice. We are crazy strong. It's had a cooldown of 0.2. And this now is permanent, by the way. 13-second duration, 12-second cooldown. That means we go as deep as possible until we die. And we will most likely die of opponents destroying us, just so you guys know. Most likely we're gonna get sniffed by opponents. But at least now we have a permanent buff. And this also gives us a 27 baseline attack speed. So it's not only about the max cap that it gets. Here we go, the 12. Did I guess it or did I not guess it? But still a good thing this was not one of those good things that we actually care about. So what's my block at? It's 23% and my armor? 3d8. So if I bring my block up to 30%, I think we're good. Like, I'm gonna keep the armor, the block thing in for another blue chance, and then I'm gonna banish it after that. And my crit chance, 80%. So I also will definitely get my crits up and then banish those two. And level up. Honestly, I hate Doom completely. I think it's the worst buff, and I already have it once. Oh, I can see... Yeah, where's the Doom buff? It's here. Yeah, I have it once, so we're gonna banish Doom Strike. Why not? Bye-bye. Let's go with... I guess multicast the smidge. Whatever. I don't think it really matters even. If anything, I should have gone for the smidge of defense or whatever the other choice was. Because honestly, what does it even matter if I multicast when I'm attacking it once every 0-1? Which is the plan in general. To have 3 bosses, all of them have 200 stacks of bleed, and then boom, they die. There was Aeon Lasting though. Maybe I should have gone with Aeon Lasting and kissed the scent of blood thing. I don't know what the AoE is. Would be nice to somehow know. Potency of that thing or crit damage. I'm gonna go with potency. We continue with the meme. I mean, between damage and meme, we always go meme. That's a given. Let's go. Okay, this guy has how many stacks? In general, I should also... Oh, no. In general, I should also definitely invest into more cooldown more. I want the Scent of Blood to definitely activate a lot more often. Oh, look, he has access to shield wall. Normally he doesn't, but it's a thrust spell. Let's go with poison him, I guess. So yeah, no, I definitely want this to have a lot more cooldown, because I want these insane attack speeds. I want to be able to actually just get the buff more often, right? If there are a bunch of opponents that are bled. Although that is on the flip side of that, if I get the buff again while the buff is already active, I think I lose the good buff. It just maintains whatever the last buff is. So it doesn't even mean anything. Damage on the axe? Yeah, why not? Why not? Damage on everything. At this point we know for a guarantee that the thrust abilities gave us... Yeah, I know exactly what it gave us actually. So it gave us this thing. Okay, the Eviscerate. It gave us the Arcane Thrust. It gave us the Backstab, that's 3. It gave us the buff we just saw there, the shield buff, whatever that was, that's 4. Oh, we found the dash, we're gonna buy the dash. That's 4. And the other 2, I'm not aware right now, but Sifd be like, I know exactly what it gave us. And then goes to show that he doesn't exactly know what it gave him. But still, level up. Crit chance, we're gonna get that to 100%, as I mentioned previously. Crazy attacks, bleed, build, level up. Oh, 10% crit chance, nice. And we're at 95%, now I need a 5er again. Now, last time I was doing this, like getting all the crit chance and then banishing it, somebody asked me, why are you doing this? You have the rune that gives you your crit chance actually also provide you with crit damage. And although I have answered that in that same video, I'm gonna explain myself here again. Woohoo, multicast subdue, area on area. Now we're gonna go multicast subdue. The reason is very simple. Crit chance goes up by 5, 10 or 15% at a time, while crit damage, if you just get crit damage from the upgrades, goes up at 12, 24 and 36% at a time. So as you understand, there is no reason to get the crit chance buff. Because even if it gives you like 5% crit damage, if you get 5% crit chance, although you're above 100%, it would still be better to just get the 5% more damage from the damage upgrade, because that scales with the same rate, if not better, because the damage multiplies with crit damage. And crit damage also multiplies with damage, but the thing is that crit damage is easily scalable anyway. So yeah, that's my reasoning. Level up, let's reroll. Potency of scent or XP? We're gonna go with potency of scent. I mean, this is literally the one thing we're here for. We want to make this thing be as potent as possible. Let's continue. Now, of course, there is a very good case to be made that I should have been full on thrust build, swing build, because this is swing, 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 and the only two things I don't have a swing is flurry and eviscerate. Did I tell it we're gonna find something like that, or did not? The only thing that was missing now is over here being the block thing, the blue block thing. Anyway, so yeah, if I had gone for 5 swing skills and not eviscerate, which is, you know, a thrust skill, I would have been able to, first of all, attack speed, activate. Look at this, look at this, look at this. I'm an orb of slash. It has no cool. Look at this. Look at my slash. It's just it's a shield. My slash is so fast that you're not even able to see it, and it even throws out all those eviscerates. I love it. I love it. Level up. Multicast 4%. Max tab no, reroll this. 10% area, that sounds nice. I saw the 5% crit chance, but I still, you know, want to get the things that I want. I'm gonna get the 5% crit chance when the time is right, when it's trash, when I don't find anything better. Hypothermia against... we're gonna go hypothermia. Slow applies fragility. That's really good with the speed we are attacking. Now that I'm thinking about it, I should also banish the slow chance. Chance to slow whenever it appears again. Look at it, look at our attack speeds, scaling and scaling and scaling. I love it. Look at this. I'm slash god. Fragility. Ah, this is a banishment hero, by the way. And yeah, we're gonna go fragility. Can I get the thing that says crits apply weakness? And can I get the thing that says crits apply bleed? If we get those, there is going to be a very huge difference in how many bleeds we apply. Especially the crits apply bleed is like instantly double the bleed. Not double, it's actually, yeah, it's more than double the bleeds. Because we apply bleed with every single hit of every single one of our skills, other than subdue. Right? Subdue only uses crit for damage, uses bleed for damage. Let's go with multicast everything. So the only thing that doesn't actually apply bleeds is subdue. Everything else, the moment it attacks, it does damage, it definitely applies bleed, no matter what. It's guaranteed bleed application. But if I get crits apply bleed, then everything applies bleed. Because everything crits all the time. Literally, every single attack we do crits all the time, so that means every single attack is gonna apply bleed. Therefore, it's more than what we already apply. So right now, of course, we have 95% chance to crit, so right now it's not more if we take it. But the moment we actually get one more crit chance damage on thrust, you see, that's what I meant. If I didn't have 2 thrust skills, if I had only 1 thrust skill, this would not have appeared. And I love the dev for doing that. I'm gonna take this, by the way. I love the dev from doing that. That was one of my suggestions, once again, that if you don't give us class upgrades for things that we have only 1 time. But if we have 2 times or more, then yes, give them. And this is literally how the game is now. If you don't have, for example, I will not find... do I have anything here that I can show? Okay, empowering. You know, we have only 1 empowering skill, this buff here, so we will not find anything that says empowering skills XYZ. We were finding it previously when we had the other buff too, but the moment I threw that buff away, we stopped finding them, and we will never find them again because I'm not gonna get another buff. So in the same flip coin of that, if we didn't have 2 thrust skills, we would not be finding thrust abilities. But the thing is, that's literally impossible to do, because there was no chance whatsoever I was not gonna take this, the flurry, and I was either gonna go with the eviscerate or the other thing that I wanted, the rupture. So the double thrust skill was a guaranteed go. Damage increase on swings, of course, we're gonna go for that. 36% crit damage was also good, of course, don't get me wrong. But this also gives potency to chain of, you know, to this thing, which for some reason is a swing skill. That's also a thing that I really enjoy. The fact that every single buff now is an effect that now has a keyword, like swing or holy or whatever. And you might say, yeah, but who cares about that? Well, I do care, and most importantly because now they get affected by all those plus swing things happen, or plus thrust things happen, or plus holy. So it's just A little bit of a keyword that just helps out the skill to become more powerful. And I love it. I love it. I love everything that just helps out with even more combos and whatnot. Level up. On our backstab. How many backstabs have we found? Yeah, we better get the last crit chance. I think the time has come. And now we're gonna just banish the crit chance now that we got the 100%. I'm still waiting for the crit supply bleed. And I'm also waiting about weakness. Now weakness is gonna of course double, not double, give us 50% more bleed. So let's go damage on swing. So as I said, the crit supply bleed is gonna double our bleeds and more. And the weakness is gonna increase our bleeds by another 15% on top of everything else. So we definitely, multiplicative that is, that's why I say on top of everything else. And that means we definitely want to find those. If I don't find this, it's gonna be a little bit of a sad time, to be honest. Because I want to, you know, be able to apply 1,000 or 2,000 bleeds on bosses. But if we don't find it, it's not the end of the world either. So just continue here with the madness and the destruction. Now my build is not a burst build, it is a dot build, which means that there is a very good chance that we will lose from opponents that, you know, just destroy us faster than us. Because the bosses do gain a bunch of things, right? They do gain attack speed and movement speed. Those two things are what kills you against bosses, especially the attack speed. Because you might not think about it right now. You're like, okay, here it is. I found something that I mentioned. Yeah, you might think that, okay, so who cares, man? They get a bit of movement speed and attack speed. No, it is actually really bad, because the thing is that things like, yeah, look at this. If I go close to them, you're gonna see now. Do you see how fast the ring become big? That is the issue. Like, the bosses very, very quickly do their AoE attacks. Thrust multicast. Honestly, no, let's go for agility. Like, I don't need the multicast on these skills. Maybe actually the fluorine needs multicast. I don't know, doesn't matter. It's good now. I chose my path. So yeah, as I said, the bosses really do their zone attacks fast. And do you know what zone attacks kills you almost instantly if it hits you? Alexis. Do you know what all the zone attacks instantly almost kills you? The Snake Lady one and the Snake Electricity. Like, there are a bunch of AoE attacks that you have to avoid because they're normally slow. But because the boss get 120, 150, attack speed, 60% attack speed boost, they get them out fast. And not now, okay, we're still in Endless 3, like who cares? But when we get to Endless, you know, Endless 5 or 6, the bosses are going to be attacking so fast that we will not be able to get out of the area fast enough. So there's that, I guess. Level up. I'm going to say 10% damage and everything. Continue destroying everything. I love it, man. I love this build so much. What an awesome build. What an awesome build. What a crazy attack speed we got here. Area on lasting. You know what? Let's take this. Let's take this. With the thought being that this thing somehow gets from area. That's the idea here. That's how we're seeing this. Cooldown 11. Wait, 11? I thought I'd have a better cooldown. Ah, whatever. 15-second duration anyway. Roll. Area and physical. Let's go. 50% area, man. Now we're most likely gonna start lagging. At some point we're gonna lag. I would enjoy having so much area that the slashes and everything becomes just full-on full screen. It's a bit hard to do, by the way, because we have that... yeah, we have that rune that says 20% less area. As far as I know, that's multiplicative. All the runes, all the effects of all the runes are multiplicative. So that means 20% area is like a lot. It's no matter how much area you have, it will always be 20% less than what it could have been. That's multiplicative. Let's go with damage on the knives. We don't really care about the area that much. We do know for a fact that the area is gonna lag our PC to death. So let's try to avoid doing that. Level up. Body slam. Ah, body slam is the other one. Yeah, and the shield slam. We found all of them. We found all... No. Yeah, this is frontal. No, I got thrust skills. No, forget the body slam. Wait, this guy has access to body slam? Okay. Yeah, but I just remembered the other thrust we had, right? The shield slam. So that's the 5th one. I don't remember what the 6th one is. So we got backstab, eviscerate, shield slam, the shield buff, and arcane thrust. And one more. Hey, look, 15% crit chance. You know what? This is the one thing... It's unbelievable that this appeared. I'm gonna take it. Of course, crit chance is for banish, but it just so happened to give me a 15% crit damage boost there, so I guess it's the one time it's gonna survive. I still have not found my weakness application. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, 50% chance to apply bleed. Well, then it's not more than double. Okay, we're gonna, of course, go for the expedient. So we actually found what I said, but it's not what I thought it does. So that's like half of our attacks now also apply bleed, which is not more than double, but it's really good too. It's literally 50% more bleeds, just straight up, from everything. And that includes subdue, which normally doesn't even bleed, so It's something. It's a bit more than half more bleeds. Let's continue rolling these. Damage on Subdue, definitely yes, as Subdue is the bleed multiplier as execution move. Level up. Fragility, really important. And now, of course, the next thing we want to get is, as I said, for the 1000th time, weakness, 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 weakness. Can I get that epic thing that says weakness applies more debuffs? Crits apply weakness, and weakness applies 50% more debuffs. That would be lovely. Level up. I found our dash. Might as well become a super tank. As if we're gonna survive with the dashes alone. Hey, look at this. We became a crazy attack speed god again. If it isn't... what is it? If it isn't this build, look at this guy. 400 stacks of bleed there at the end, and I think I was even fast enough to get that. Look at this, man. 0.2. Look at this. Hey, what are you doing? The snake lady was trying to assassinate us. Snake lady, classic, the most... Hey, we won Bloodlust. Let's go. I'm kidding. Let's go with crit multicast here. It's gonna increase even more the madness that's happening. I don't believe this really fits. What is this? A 900% attack speed. You know what? The next time I'm gonna fight against bosses, I want to see how much attack speed we're gonna have. I'm gonna remember to pause the game there. Level up. 10% frequency and everything. This is banished material at long last. Go with frequency and everything. What was the right... No! Was it blood thing potency? If it was potency, I made a mistake. If it was frequency, I didn't make a mistake. Let's go with chance to apply poison. Chance to apply more poison, actually, because I already have the chance to apply poison. And we just got the crazy buff. Hey, lady, what do you think you're doing? I want to stack a bunch before we go to the boss. Let's go. No, I got stunned. Aleximan. Aleximan. How much attacks do I have? 1000%. 1000%, love it. Reroll these. 10% damage. Are we done? No, we're not done. Opponents still are here. They call me the buzzsaw. The most busted build DPS wise for cooldown. Let's go! That's another 50% faster on this debuff gaining. I mean, I don't even know if this is worth it. Getting as many times as possible. Like, if this has a 2-second cooldown, does that mean most of the time I have a lot of attack speed, or does that mean most of the time I don't have a lot of attack speed? Like, that's my question. I guess that would mean that that would mean that the buff is closer to reality than anything else, right? That if opponents have, for example, 1000%, 1000 bleed stacks, then I instantly gain my attack speed up. If they now lose their bleed, then I lose my attack speed. Oh, this actually gets 2 at a time. Okay, but why did it not get it at 100% potency? Wait, this is 350% potency. Why is it 2% instead of being 3%? Right? Shouldn't it be 3%? Actually, no, it should be 4%. Because isn't it supposed to be like at 100% it should be 2%, at 200% it should be 3%, and at 400% it should be 4%. So... yeah, no, at 100 it's 2, at 200 it's 3, at 300 it's 4, and at 400 it's 5. So this should have been 400% for bleed stack. Why is that not the case? Has the dev done something weird, like that thing does not scale as much with potency as everything else? Look at this, look at this, look at the shield. I enjoy that we're doing like this, and it's also raining blades. I love it. Damage on this for sure. Let's reroll these. Oh, my head is oh no, man, my back of my head hurts, and there is a good chance that the reason for that is that I'm a bit, I don't have the correct anatomical thing here. You know what I need to do? Well, the thing is I'm gonna move out from my house in a couple of days, but what I actually need to do is I need to set up the whole thing where the microphone is like in the air and just comes towards you instead of you needing to go towards the microphone, because honestly, like my back, like I have it feels like there is a nail inside my lower half of the back of my skull. I don't know if that makes sense. I think it's supposed to be the first frequency. I think it's supposed to be the first indications of you will have migraines if you don't sleep well and you don't have a correct posture in front of your PC. I think. Because it's as if I'm like a dodo, damage increase. Like I have my, not a dodo, but yeah, I guess a dodo. Like I have my my neck out. How much attack speed? 1000%. Look at us. Now we're down to 285. Okay, lower numbers. I do enjoy that we get 2 at a time though. I would definitely prefer it if it was 1-to-1 ratio with the potency. I don't know why they decided to not do that. Level up. Rupture is here! Let's go! I found Rupture! I was wrong about it not being here. What? No! What will I do now? What will I do now? I think I'm gonna throw away this thing. I'm gonna throw away Eviscerate. I wanted this from the get-go. Increased chance to receive crit strikes by 15%, irrelevant, and increased crit strike damage taken by 15%. This part here is what I care about. This part here, exactly. So if I hit, for example, the opponents, let's say 20 times with this, because I have, you know, infinite attack speed, it's gonna make them take 300% more damage from crits, and everything I do is a crit. So this is literally damage on top of damage on top of damage on top of damage. So I think this is the play. I'm not... I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna throw away Eviscerate and try. At the end of the day, we are experimenting anyway, so this was gonna be the get-go. You know what? Maybe I could just throw away throwing axes. I could throw away throwing axes. 400 damage and 1000... for Eviscerate. Is it for... Let's go throw Eviscerate. Let's throw Eviscerate. Let's throw Eviscerate. I'm gonna do the thing I want to do. And this is also level 19 anyway. So, oh no, it's not that. This, it's still level 11 anyway. The same level as Eviscerate. That means I have not invested a single level in Eviscerate. So do I do more damage? I don't know. I don't know if I do more damage. By everything. I love seeing the spikes go out all the time, by the way. I love the skill so much, visually speaking. Yeah, it feels like it's working. It feels like... Oh! Let's go! Yeah, I'm clapping. Let's go. Wound. All my crits apply wound, and wound makes it so that any negative effect I apply has a 50% chance to be doubled, which means literally 50% more bleeds. And everything else too. Let's go. You know what? Let's actually start investing into a bit of defense, even though if it's trash. I want to become a bit more defensive. By the way, at some point I got stunned from an Alexi randomly, and we survived. I'm telling you, man, armor and block is really good in this game too. In any game, I always am. In any game I ever play, I'm always like attack, 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 attack. And then when I go defense, I'm like, wait a minute, I can become immortal with this. Let's go with crit damage. Oh, we got hit heavily there, and we somehow survived. Oh yeah, there is a difference here, man. This thing is destroying opponents. Unless it's not this thing. We're gonna see. Because now we know that at the very end you can easily see... Oh, I should have gone XP again. At the very end you can see DPS. You're not only forced to see just damage, you can see DPS, and it calculates how much damage you did in general, divided by, you know, how long you had it. So this is gonna be a good indication of how much DPS this thing had in comparison to other weapons. It's gonna be clean, at least. Level up. Let's go with area, of course. We need to fix our area a bit. I think I want to go for Snake Lady first. Come on, apply the bleed and go. I got the buff. Ah, come on. What's my buff, by the way? 1100%. Nice. We got all those gems. 2 levels. I'm gonna go with block, and here we're gonna go with magnet. I'm so happy, man. I'm so happy that we got the thing I wanted to get. Which, of course, is the rupture. I wanted that. Regardless if it's good or not. By the way, it does 1500 damage. How can you say it's not good? It has the highest damage between all of these, at least the burst damage. So I think it's a good choice. Whatever. Level up. Here we go. Damage on thrust. Yes, of course. That does 1700. Very nice. I hate this music. We're destroying bosses, man. Yeah, it definitely helps. Although, to be honest, damage on swing, yes. Area on frontal, yes. Multicast on thrust, yes. Although, to be honest, let's not forget the fact that these were the first bosses of this area. Let's reroll. 12% block, we found it. Where are we at block right now? 33% chance to take 0 damage. Very nice. And I'm unable to banish block anyway, so regardless. Cast Frequency of Blood, might as well. Destroy these guys. Everything is toasted. Oh man, it's definitely the Eviscerate. You cannot convince me that it's not the thing I just got. It's not called Eviscerate, it's called Rupture. I literally threw away the Eviscerate. You know what? Now that I throw away Eviscerate, whenever I say Rupture, I mean Eviscerate. Whenever I say Eviscerate, I mean Rupture. I don't know, in my mind, Eviscerate is like... Yeah, you know what? No, I'm wrong about this, because in my mind, Eviscerate is the payoff mechanic, the payoff skill, the skill you use to explode opponents. So, it makes sense that Eviscerate is that thing, even for me, because that thing is supposed to, you know, consume all the bleeds on opponents and make them explode. So it makes sense that it's called Eviscerate, but for some reason in my mind this thing is Eviscerate. I don't know. It's the visual. It just looks more like an Eviscerate to me, because it like throws out 3 daggers and they all amass in one spot. It feels like this thing here, this feeling here, I don't know. My mind has connected it with the Viscerate. We're gonna go with damage on the throwaway. Look at this. We're just having a machine gun of spikes. This is why I got it, by the way. I got it just because I want to be able to see this. Just they throw out and they're like slash, 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 slash. I love this so much. This animation is my most liked animation of this game. Potency of Bloodlust, of course. Oh, we got hit heavily. We got very heavily hit there. But we're still destroying everything in like 2 or 3 hits. Been from some crit damage. 12% block, let's go. We're gonna become super tank. Level up. Area on everything. I need to stop going area on everything, by the way. Because it will make everything just very laggy and very not, you know, controllable. Hello, everybody. Give me my attack speed. Attack speed, how much does this have? 1.7. Okay, we're gonna take that. Oh, we got hit. Wow, we lost a life. Because I failed to avoid some things. How about you? Oh, we got... Ooh, losing a lot of life! Is this Snake Lady? Was that Snake Lady? I think Snake Lady was the issue. Level up. I'm gonna go with potency on the blood. What's my attack speed at? Ah, 626. I wasn't fast enough. It's gonna be a lot less now. 620. Wait, is my baseline to it? No. This just lasts longer than its cooldown. I'm gonna wait a bit. Yeah, this is the buff here. Okay, my normal is 170, so that was just a 500% boost. 1080%. So if I get 1000, if I get 1170, then I'm maxed out. Then I'm capped. Burn applies slow, might as well. Burn applies slow, and slow applies fragility, so all in all we're good. And that's like, so the burn has a 25% chance to apply. Yeah, the burn has a 25% chance to apply. And then that means half of that is going to be ice. So that means 25% chance for ice. And then, no, it's 25% anyway. So that means it's 12.5% chance to freeze. And then that has a 50% chance to fragility. So that's like a 6% chance, about 6% to apply fragility. So we just got a 6% chance to apply fragility right there. Which, it's worse than just getting another simple fragility buff. Let's go XP gain, I guess. Let's go area even more. Let's go area even more. XP gain. Even more area. I think I'm making mistakes. You know what, let's stop going area. Yeah, the area is pretty huge. As long as this area applies on my bleed, I'm good. Yeah, this fragility I just got has a 10% chance to apply at 3 stacks. So it's better than fire applies frost and frost applies fragility. I would say. But when I have only 33 life, man, all of these are dying instantly. Okay, level up. Reroll these. XP gain, let's go. Multicast on our... No, we're gonna go potency on the attack speed. And we're gonna go more potency on the attack speed. It's a bit hard to get the boost now. Frequency. Might as well. Not that it's good. I also would like to get those gems. As I've mentioned previously, I really hope it's gonna make it so that gems gather gems. Level up. Let's get a smidge of defense. Let's get even more of that. As that's just damage. Nothing survives of the smaller opponents. I'm gonna tell you, Rupture is definitely the most powerful skill in the game. Ooh, not most powerful skill in the game. I'll take that back. And we lost a life because I YOLO'd. We're very close to death. I think we got the attack speed boost. That's what I want to see. Ooh, just look at these things fly out. Do you see how many I fly out? I love it. What's the final boss? It's always Kith. It's always the Snake Lady, man. Oh, more bosses. And I'm in a corner. We're gonna die. No, we're still alive. Level up. This thing just triggered. 1.1 second. That's crazy. Duration. Yeah, why not? As if that even works. 30% movement speed. Block. Roll. Movement speed. Area on swing. Area on swing, whatever. Yeah, there's a plus burns. As if... I don't... Whatever. Damage on that thing. I want to see my beloved skill be more powerful than all of the others. That's what I want to see. It just looks so awesome. Gathering the gems because, as I said, when we lose, we'll lose them. If we lose, we'll lose them. And I think we're gonna get hit here. Nope, we're still alive. I'm tired of seeing these snakes, man. Got her. And that means this wave is over. Oh, look at the axes. Pick them all up. Nice. Level up. Frequency. Frequency. I'm not sure if it's a good idea to make this as frequent as possible. Damage! Damage! I guess XP gain. Roll. Damn it. What's my block chance at this point? 41% to take 0 damage. And then whatever goes through, I take only 70% of that. Go. Level up. I'm gonna go damage. Crit damage. Once again, crits apply on everything. That includes debuffs. So by getting 12% crit damage, 12% frequency, I gain also more damage on everything. Burn is included, bleeds included, everything included. Ooh, 0.5 second damage on physical. Let's go. Let's go attack speed. Let's go block. Reroll. Leviathan. Let's move a bit slower. Who cares? Oh, yeah. 0.5% cooldown on one of the highest cooldown skills. I love it. What's my highest cooldown skill? 1.6, 1.1. Yup, no, this is it. This is it. The game also recognized that that's a very good skill, because otherwise it wouldn't have that such a cooldown. Let's go attack speed on this. Let's actually start making that thing be crazy attack speed on its own. Level up. Damage increase on that, yes. Man, you know what? When I'm gonna get that rune that makes it so that you can have only one weapon, I definitely want to do a rupture run. I'm gonna be like, just ruptures fly out. I have to say, this run here definitely does a lot more damage than what yesterday's one was doing. Damage on swing, let's go. Like, a lot more damage. Yesterday, I mean, at the end of the day, not yesterday, I'm saying yesterday because I recorded yesterday, but the thing is that, you know, the endless, the super endless run, the immortal run. So this is doing more damage on the immortal run in the same like area, because the thing is that now you might say, yeah, but at some point the immortal one was destroying everything in one hit. Yeah, I mean, yes, of course, but the thing is that this thing attacks faster, most likely does more damage, and most importantly, this is in higher difficulty. Frontal multicast. No, 10% damage. I don't need more multicast. I'm already attacking so fast and so often, multicast is irrelevant at this point. We just need our hits to, when they go out, just to explode opponents. You don't need to get more of them, we just need to get more powerful. What's my attack speed? Whoa, 600%, let's go! Look at this! Look at 0.5 on the most powerful skill in the game. Whoa, defense. Whoa, XP. Level up. Roll these. Multicast swing. Multicast everything. I mean, if I'm gonna go... multicast swing, whatever. I should have gone with 5% damage. Instant like that. Oh, Nicol on that. How are you doing? Only 206. Man, they die with 260 stacks of poison, of bleed. They don't even get remotely enough bleed stacks before they go down. Level up. None of these. I'm gonna go with that. The music is the same. Bye bye, Triago. Level up. Damage. Attack speed. Reroll. Poison, whatever. I don't want more area. My PC is okay how it is. The area is the main culprit of you lagging, I think. And of course when a million boss appear. Potency. Potency, yes. I'm saying potency, yes, as if I'm not also taking frequency when I find it. I'm going in cycles around them. And they're toast. Nope, one is surviving. The snake lady, of course. Why not the snake lady? It's always the snake lady. Multicast, yes. Reroll, block more, go. Everything's gonna break. And off we go into endless. Love it. 1 hour run. Well, classic case of... It's a 1 hour run. Let's continue. Is this gonna also be a... This might also be a... What is it called? The premiere. If it's a premiere, hi everybody in the comments. If it's not a premiere, don't forget to comment down below. Don't forget to drop a like. Let's go in cycles. Level up. I'm gonna go area. But Sifd, you said you're not gonna lag your PC. What I say and what I do are not the same things. Multicast. The area on thrust or damage. Let's go with damage and everything. Area on area or damage and everything. Let's go with area on everything. Reroll. Damage on subdue. I have very high hopes for subdue. Subdue is my my highest level skill after, of course, the scent of blood or whatever. Everything's toasted. Yep, do it toasted. No, we died. We died. We unlocked the other skill that people use for this build, Savage Strike. Perform a massive strike in front of you, dealing 4000 damage, but it's divided equally among all enemies. This is just flat damage. I don't think this is good, because if I hit 3 bosses with... Actually, this is base damage 4000, right? This is base damage 1000. So if I hit 4 bosses with this thing, it's gonna be better than this, because this doesn't do anything else other than the damage. And the problem is, if I attack 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20, the more opponents I attack, the more times the rupture is better. And then we also got this thing, skill inclination slam, increase the chance to find slam skills. I still believe these should cost 1 runic power. 3 is too much, because as I said the first time I saw a skill of these, why won't you just restart your run if you didn't get the skills you want, right? So what's the point of trying to get more slams specifically? If you don't get the slams you want by using rerolls, you just stop the run, you know? So this doesn't make sense to cost 3. I think this is a quality of life rune, and it shall just cost 1. So yeah, that you get your run going, because I don't think anybody is not doing specific runs. I don't know, do you guys play this game? And if you play this game, do you well, not also go for specific runs, or do you go with whatever happens? Let's see the damage. First of all, 2 billion, this is hundreds, thousands, million, billion. So 2 million damage on Subdue. Subdue out DPS'd everything. Let's actually go into details. This is a better way of quickly seeing. So DPS... eviscerate was 27 million, unless the game does not actually calculate DPS correctly. And DPS and damage wise, total damage 62 million. Okay, rupture came along for 8 minutes, had a DPS of 288,000. Subdue at 98,000. Actually, these are thousands, because as I said, it's DPS. So yeah, Subdue was by far the highest DPS skill, which is exactly what what's supposed to be. Like, that is why Subdue was part of the build. It was supposed to use all those hemorrhage and bleeds and just destroy the opponents by using them. So I'm really happy about the fact that Subdue was the key skill. I'm saying I'm happy about the fact because otherwise this would be an indication of why the run was not a good, right? The skills chosen were not the correct ones. Double slash, once again, mainly was a poison, the bleed, you know, application thing. This was also bleed application, so, and this was also bleed application, so at the end of the day they are not really to be I guess judged. But Rupture, once again, with only 20 points, had also very sizable DPS boost. Definitely more than Throwing Axe, more than Flurry, more than Double Slash. So this also goes to show that Rupture is a good skill, and I was correct about that assessment too, and I enjoy that too. So I really, really love the fact that Rupture is cool, because I love this skill so much. And yeah, I mean, that's it pretty much. And also, seems like Eviscerate was also not a good skill, because let me say this by saying this. Eviscerate was 11. I had Eviscerate with us for 39 minutes. No, I missed the mark here. For 4 minutes, and with only with only 8 minutes of Rupture, I out DPS'd it. So the difference is very, very sizable. And yeah, I mean, you might say that is because I had Rupture at the end, where at the end I had crazy DPS boosts, a lot more than what I had with Eviscerate, but I don't believe that is the case. I still believe Eviscerate isn't really that good. Anyway, that is going to be it. I mean, Eviscerate is decent, but not for this build. I think the things we used were better. And yeah, as I said, this is this build. I think we're done pretty much with the Barbarian for a while being. We did the crazy runs. Now I'm still missing the Spellblade. I of course haven't done a Chaos Walker run. That's the one that crashed the game. I hope cards are appearing left and right whenever I talk about random other things that I have done. And yeah, the Disappointing Beastmaster, if you remember, that was like the poison run when we first introduced into the new Endless mode, and that was a very bad run. I'm not always a god with everything. I think there is a good chance I'm gonna play Death Knight tomorrow, most likely, but as always, I'm not promising anything, because I was supposed to play Death Knight today, and yeah, we're actually playing Barbarian because I want to do this busted run. So in general, everything is random with me. Anyway, that's going to be it. If you enjoyed, drop a like on the channel, want to subscribe if you see more. What? If you want to see more, you can subscribe. Or you know, you can also subscribe. You want to subscribe if you see more. Anyway. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I definitely did. What a fun one, what a powerful one. Another extremely powerful one here. Now, of course, we did not go into Endless that deep because I was not that tanky. Tankiness is the first thing you need to fix if you want to be able to get into Endless. Just so you guys know, if you chase Endless going as deep as possible, you need to get those armors, those block chances, and those max lives in so that you do not get destroyed. And after you get that, then the damage is easily fixable as long as you have a good, decent build. build. And because armor and defense works on every single character, the only thing you have to do to be good in Endless is to do a good build. Like after you have a good... the 6 skills is what I mean. If the 6 skills are good and powerful enough to carry you, like this run had, because this run, I could have stopped scaling damage a long while ago and going for everything into defense, and we would still destroy everything. Like this run is scaling so fast that you outscale the bosses fast enough to be able to now start stacking defenses so that the bosses will not catch up to you DPS wise, like they kill you before you kill them. You just want to survive until you destroy them. This is a case for every character. Anyway, I don't know why I'm doing this on us here at the end. Maybe we should do a guide on this game. Anyway, that is going to be it for today. For True though, thanks for all the Patreon members and supporters as always. Thanks for watching, and see you guys around.